Tuck creates Tuckies, which is the nickname for this very tight group. Why is this group so tight? Because the program is among the smallest among top MBA programs, and almost all students will have moved to New Hampshire from somewhere else to create that community. So Tuck appeals to a certain kind of applicant, those who really want to live the MBA experience, not just study, but live it as a community. As you peruse Tuck's essay questions, you'll see that the questions tend to get at the spirit of the Tuckie rather directly. They're effectively asking you why you want to be at Tuck, what makes you tick as a person, and how you can bring others into a community, each in 300 words. Let's jump in. Here is essay number 1. Why are you pursuing an MBA, and why now? How will the distinct Tuck MBA contribute to achieving your career goals and aspirations? A bit of a twist in the question. Tuck is not specifically requesting that you discuss your short and long-term goals in this essay. Instead, Tuck is more interested in why now? What have you learned and achieved? Where have you grown? Where do you need to grow? You can provide some history and context, and you can still discuss your goals. You just can't ignore that why now. Share why you're at an inflection point and where the skills and experiences you'll gain at Tuck and from business school are necessary for you to keep moving forward or to pivot in a new direction. Then you really have to nail why Tuck. They're saying they're distinct. You need to show how they are distinctly yours. So we think that it's a must that you move beyond the Tuck website, viewbook, and related marketing materials and make direct contact with students, alumni, and other representatives so that you can express why that experience could be yours. In-person admissions events, campus visits, and online options allow candidates to familiarize themselves with Tuck's environment and resources. You have to really connect your experience to their resources rather than just tell them why they're distinct. That's an important distinction too. Okay, essay 2. Tell us who you are. How have your values and experiences shaped your identity and character? How will your background contribute to the diverse Tuck culture and community? In the wake of the Supreme Court's affirmative action decision, questions like this should be expected. They allow diverse applicants and champions of diversity to share more about their background, but that doesn't need to be the thrust of your essays. Your experiences and character can be shaped by an almost infinite list of options: hardships, triumphs, a fortuitous or serendipitous moment, a bad boss, a chance conversation with a stranger, a decision to take a risk, a moment where you changed your mind, a curiosity you explored. It goes on and on and on. What's important here is that you create a narrative that shows your awareness of the experience and values, and then reveals, and this is important, how you contribute to Tuck. In this latter regard, you must be specific. Just joining a club doesn't make you a contributor. Just being in a study group doesn't make you a contributor. How are your values going to allow you to contribute? Show the reader a few specifics and that you really understand Tuck's distinct environments and how you will contribute to the community. Okay, last up, essay 3. We're almost there. Describe a time you meaningfully contributed to someone else's sense of inclusion in your professional or personal community. So the question says personal or professional, and there's no right answer, but you might want to consider your responses to the prior prompts and consider balance. Have I already gone all in on personal values? Maybe now's the time to add something professional. Or from my community experiences, which are kind of personal too. Try to ensure that the reader is learning about you with each prompt and getting a deeper sense of who you are. In short, make sure your idea opens a new vista into who you are and isn't just repetitive. Of course, selecting a story that truly exemplifies inclusion is what's most important, and I would guess that because of the phrasing of this, they use the word someone's. Most will think of a time when they, with real intentionality, brought a single individual into a group, went the extra mile, opened the door, so to speak. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot right. What we need to know in these cases are the steps you took and how they were meaningful, how there was real effort from you, and how there was a cause and effect between your actions and the reaction. However, applicants can also think about times when they more indirectly brought someone in, where you created the conditions for others to succeed. Maybe you launched pandemic coffee chats for your office during COVID. Maybe you started the company bowling team and it galvanized a team member. Maybe you created an affinity group where one didn't exist, or ran training where there was a void to ensure that a group didn't burn out and then one person benefited. The examples are endless. My point is that we can think more broadly than the question may imply. Create that narrative in 300 words, show the steps you took and the impact, and you are golden. Okay, that's the end of Tuck. Next up, check out what my colleagues Rachel Beck and Jessica Schlar have to say about using the right tone in your MBA applications. Tone is important too. Good luck with your Tuck essays and your application to Tuck.